show, everyone. As all of you know, I've made it possible for you guys to talk about yourselves on the radio, and that's what we're doing right here with everybody. And, you know, I have a lot of people who have been listening to me for years. You know that I love to open up the lines to the audience for people to do for giveaways and all sorts of stuff. So anyone that's listening, we're also live on Facebook. So you guys out there, hi. You can like us. You could follow us. You can also call into any of those things, the things that we're going to do as a giveaway today. I'm going to go right in with my first guest, who, you know what, you have been with me, Michael, and you got to say your last name because I can never say it correctly. And I know you were testing me, but I'm going to let you do it this time so I don't say it wrong.
Yeah, last time you did do a very good job, but
I know that's okay. But you know what? It's a live show. Things happen.
It's Coco Loshek.
Coco Loshek. You try that once in a while. With it's for me. It's hard. You were born with that name.
Try saying it when you're 5. I mean, think
and
about that.
Don't have teeth. That's really bad. Yeah. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself. It's Friday, guys, so we're going to have a good time.
We're going to have a little bit of fun.
Absolutely. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do. Listen up because this is cool.
Well, like Carol said, my last name is a little bit of a conundrum to some people. It's Michael Kokoloshek. I'm a Proctor Gallagher Institute consultant. Now, that can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but essentially, I mean, I was working with a client the other day, and actually this morning it was, and she was having some very, very stressful time in her life. She felt like she was being pulled in like 15 different directions.
Everybody feels like that.
Right? I know, right? And she was being stressed, and she just had the energy level was down. You could just tell she was anxious. You could just see she had anxiety. And we kind of got to the source of her problem is that she didn't know where the heck she was going. She didn't have any clarity with where she wanted to go with her life. So it felt like whenever somebody said, can you help me with this? She went, yeah, I'll help you. Yeah, I'll help you. So then she's doing 15 different things at once. And when you're doing that, it causes a lot of anxiety in herself. And lucky for me, I've been trained by Bob Proctor.
You are lucky. And you know that I don't know him, but I know of him, and I have studied. Mm-hmm. And because when you started talking, when I first met you, I didn't know it was this. Mm-hmm. And when you started talking the first time, you've been on the air with me now 3 times at least, mm-hmm. and you started talking, and the minute you opened your mouth, I just grinned. I couldn't help myself but just laugh and think, wow, this is awesome. Go ahead.
I do actually remember you smiling like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, essentially, to go back to the story, I've just been trained by the person who knows how to give you clarity. I mean, who knows how to get you to do the things that you know you should be doing. Saying no occasionally, because we all want to say yes and help so many other people, but the most important person to help is yourself, because if you can help yourself, you can help everyone else. So it's just essential that you have that clarity, because when you have the clarity, you can say yes to the things you know you should be doing and no to the things that you know you shouldn't be doing.
I'll tell you something. We're going to do this giveaway of this book, and it is his bestseller, right? Mm-hmm. He's written a lot. Bob Proctor's written a lot. Yeah, but this one I've actually read, you guys, and it is an incredible book. If you have not heard of Bob Proctor, Google him right now, because you know what? He will change. It'll change your life. It'll change my life. And this book is called "You Were Born Rich." It's by Bob Proctor. It's the keys to maximizing the awesome potential you were born with. And you know, when people think, and I know he talks about this, about the name of the book, they get it totally wrong, which we're going to discuss that in a minute, of what it really means, okay? And so far, I've been doing this for 3 years, every day, okay, of my life, that I have now totally understand what this guy means by "you were born rich." So what we're going to do is offer everybody, what are we going to do? Everybody gets entered in to win, or what do you want to do?
Anybody that calls in.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have fun right now. It's Friday. I feel like it too. So we're going to open up the lines for everybody to get a book. It's called "You Were Born Rich" by Bob Proctor. I've read it. I love it. And we're going to talk about you and what you can do for people. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. He also offers discovery sessions to find out what's going on with you, your identity, your circumstances, what's happened to you. Doesn't everybody feel like they can't go further? They feel like what's stopping you is what you say.
Yeah, I mean, what's stopping you, it can be so many different things. I've had so many people come up to me and say, I don't feel as though I'm going forward because my family's telling me I'm not good enough. And when you internalize something like that, you're literally stuck.
Right.
Being stuck is one of the worst places to be in your life. You feel as though you cannot go anywhere.
And I'm going to say just really quickly, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this, but like I'm dealing with something huge right now,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I already have one huge thing that I do, which is the radio, right? And now I'm adding this other thing that is three times more than that, right? And this morning I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, it's a summertime, not sure if this is the right time, but then you know what I said? I listened to what Bob Proctor said. There's no good time. The time is now. The time is now. And you know what? I'm doing it. I said, and I'm so fired up, and I'm more fired up since I'm looking at you and having you on my show. So we've got our lines open here. Let me tell you guys, he's going to give you this discovery session. You're going to get the book that goes along with that. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm going to tell you now, I've read the book. I've read a lot of his. I believe everyone out there should have this book and read it, because it'll change your life. It absolutely will. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And really what the discovery session is all about, it's all about you. It's all to make sure that you know where you want to go. A person without a vision of where they want to go is lost. We just are. We're goal-seeking people. When we were born.
How about people though that they think they know where they want to go, but they still don't go? Because that's another thing. I mean, you talk about it's where people suck, but I think there's people out there that really, I think they know what they want, but they never do it.
Well, I'm actually really glad that you brought that up. I didn't even give you that question, so this is great. We know most of the time where we want to go and what we want to do, but essentially we don't do it most of the time. You're literally controlled by the one word that's the most important word you can ever understand, and that's the paradigm. And so many people tell me they know what a paradigm is, but they don't really know how to change it.
We should do that sometime. We should open up the lines to the audience for everybody to call in and say what they knew, if they know what the word paradigm means.
We can do it right now.
Let's do that. We're just going to open up the lines to see if anybody, of course, they're going to go on, they're going to Google it, but okay. But anyway, we're going to let you, first of all, we're going to let you call in and tell us what a paradigm is, and also you're going to get the book for free. You're also going to get his discovery session. It's fabulous. How long is it? It's like an hour and a half or so? What is it?
I've had it range from 30 minutes. Some people get their clarity quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but when you gain that clarity, your whole life seems to open up. And that's what happened to me when I first went to a Bob Proctor seminar. My life opened up. I had I had a goal. I had one. I didn't know what was holding me back. It was just my own stinking thinking that was stopping me.
So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Your website is M. Wayne Consulting, right? Still?
It's changed, actually.
Oh, you did change
Yes,
it. We talked about that. Yay. Why didn't you tell me before you came on?
Well, because I wanted to throw you for a loop, that's all.
There's nobody that can throw me for a loop, so sorry.
It's actually www.mwaynesolutions.com.
You did what I needed. Thank you so much. So it's M. Wayne Solutions with an S. We'll write it down later. .com. You got to check him out on his website. You know what? I love people that are certified. That you're a coach, but business, it doesn't matter. Life coach. I'm telling you right now, anyone that is certified by Bob Proctor is a friend of mine. Okay, because I think it is awesome that you went through that, because I know it's huge. I know it's huge. I know it's
tough.
Absolutely, and he's an extension of the man Bob Proctor himself. So when you have him, whether you work with him one-on-one or whether or not he comes to you and does a group with you, you can do that too. I know those are fun to do.
They are.
And also, you'll just see a huge difference in your life. And I'm happy that you're here, and we're going to give this book away. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk further. We're just having sort of fun with this one today. It's kind of neat. We've got our lines open here. First of all, you can call in and tell us what a paradigm is. Not everybody knows, and they have to call throughout the break, okay? Let's just do it throughout the break, because once we come back on the break, I want you to tell them what a paradigm. I know what it is, so I already won the book, but I've read it too. But the number here, I'll get it out. The lines here are open for you to to call in and tell us what a paradigm is, number one. And also you're going to get this book. It's called You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor himself. It's the keys to maximizing the awesome potential you were born with. Believe me, it'll change your life. I've read it and it changed mine. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Check him out. He's awesome. It's M. Wayne Solutions with an S.com. Call in here. I want to know what a paradigm is and get this book. 602-277-5369.
If I traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. I'm going to give you guys another couple of minutes for you to call in and tell us what you think a paradigm is, and spell it out, because maybe they don't, it's hard.
Paradigm?
Yeah.
Paradigm. If you're trying to look it up.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up. There's a lot of people are going to Google that. But anyway, we're just going to give everybody another couple of minutes before we say what it is. And the number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And you're going to get the book, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. It's the keys to maximizing the awesome potential you were born with. And believe me, I've read the book. It's a great book. Everyone should have it. And I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show to be able to get it. Okay. And you're going to get this discovery session with Mike. And so you'll be able to, really learn a lot about yourself. I shouldn't say a little bit, a lot about yourself. So you can check him out on his website. It's mwaynesolutions.com. And also, you can call him direct. That number is 623-606-6330. And again, our number here, 602-277-5369. Okay, so we're going to give it a couple minutes, so don't talk about the paradigms just yet. Talk about something else.
Okay, well, let's talk about goals.
Let's talk about goals.
Let's talk about goals. Well, that's kind of the first thing that popped into my head. And, a lot of people out there, they have a lot of goals. They have a lot of goals, and that's usually the first problem. When you have too many goals, it's just like the lady that I was speaking about this morning. You're going in 15 different directions. So you start down the path, and all of a sudden you backtrack and you go down another path. You're going down a maze. You're going to run into a dead end wherever you go because you're not going one direction. When we go one direction, that's where we get what we want, because we're going towards one thing.
Right. Now, what happens when somebody has a couple of goals, right? Mm-hmm. I know it's not good, but they want to do X, Y, Z. Let's say they have their list. Everybody had their January New Year's resolution list. And so there's several on there.
Right.
But one at a time is what you're saying.
Yeah, so you essentially want to have one big goal that encompasses all of the small goals, so that when you're working towards the big goal, all of the small ones become accomplished. So if it's to lose, say, 30 pounds, you're going to accomplish other smaller things within that. So if you start jumping over to, okay, well, I want to get fit over here. Well, losing 30 pounds, you're going to get fit. You don't have to distinguish between those things. You put one big goal down, and everything else successfully follows.
So, okay, let's go ahead and tell them what a paradigm is.
So a paradigm, it's just a collection of habits. But the crazy part about it is it's actually just other people's habits. They're just passed along from one generation to the next. When we put our pants on in the morning, we put our pants on the same way that our parents put their pants on, because they're the ones that put the pants on us. And you can think of your whole life as a collection of other people's habits. And most of the time we let those other habits dictate what we do. We let it bog down our life, but we have the ability to change them.
What I love is happening here, that the men, not just the women, because, men think that this is a woman, they're more susceptible to listening to what you talk about. The men are like looking at you in awe. Like, wow, that really makes sense. Go ahead.
Well, it does make sense, because it's a very simple concept, but you can see the types of food that you eat. You didn't really choose most of them. I'm from the Midwest. My parents love fried cooking. They cook fried cooking, so I love it. I just absolutely... Did I choose it? No. I choose some things now. I like salad now, but it's a collection of habits from other people. I played football when I was young. I have the habit of staying focused because my dad put me in football and said, you're going to be focused.
I think I love the story about when he says, Bob Proctor, I don't remember if it was this book or what, where he talks about his wife got upset because he was going to eat some side of the turnip. There's two sides of a turnip to eat or whatever. I didn't even know that. But, and he said, well, who decided who said that you only eat the one side? In our house, we eat that other side, And it's interesting because but you have to be willing to change your paradigms because they are what's holding you back.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Joel Barker actually puts it best. He says, you must be willing and able to change the paradigm if you're going to change your future. And there's really only one way that's been very much proven to change the paradigm. It takes spaced repetition of the idea and the actions that you want in your life to make them part of your habitual way of moving. And of course, when we have a goal set, when we change our habits towards the goal, you improve your life drastically.
I have to say I did it.
Yep.
I did it, and it's not easy to do.
No.
I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm perfect in any way because it's never done. You're never done fixing yourself. That's for sure, right?
Right.
But the fact is that I'm here to say I happen to have been drawn to this. There's other things, but I'm drawn to this because I think it's just phenomenal. I think he's phenomenal. And so I did it for I've been doing it for 3 years, and it takes a long time to change. It's not something that just happens overnight.
Right.
But I can attest I can be a testimonial to you that if you change your paradigms, you're going to change your life.
Oh yeah, I mean, think about what you were talking to us about earlier before the radio show. That big leap of faith that you're taking. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and I don't think it's a coincidence. You studied yourself, and you studied what makes you happy, and since you know what makes you happy, you're moving in more that direction. And starting the television show is absolutely amazing for you.
Thank you.
It's absolutely, it's shifting a huge paradigm.
Right,
it's
it
shifting.
is. But let's just say it to this, everybody. No, we don't know exactly what channel. One thing I want to say really quickly, I'm not doing the radio show. I just want everybody to know that because I have a lot of followers. So I just want you to know that as not. But yes, you're right. And the fact is that I'm excited about taking a chance in my life, and I'm way old. I'm 60, so to do it at 60, it's not always, but I think you'll find that a lot of people along the way in life, the inventors and all that kind of stuff, were older when they succeeded.
Absolutely. Louise Hay with Hay House Books, she was 80 when she started this. So
I didn't know that.
She was 80. It doesn't matter your age. You can change your life whenever you really decide to. It just comes for you. Sometimes it comes to us to be sick and tired of being sick and tired for that to happen. But you can choose at any point to do so.
Absolutely. And so we have our lines open here for everyone to get the book. It's called You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. It's the keys to maximizing the awesome potential you were born with. And we're going to talk about that next really quickly because I know that we're going to go soon. You could be on for a lot longer. But anyway, so the number here is 602-277-5369 and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And when you call in, you're going to get the book. You're also going to get his discovery session that he's going to give to you for free to find out what's going on in your life and to find out how to change it. What's stopping you? How to change that. How to change your paradigms, which is huge. You can also go on his website. It's mwaynesolutions.com. That's with an S. So again, 602-277-5369 and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Let's go back really quickly to the book and the name of it so that they understand what You Were Born Rich means. Because it's not just money, honey.
Right. It's you were born with unlimited potential. Your potential can go wherever you take it. Being rich can be anything to you. If that is a surplus of money, then it's a surplus of money. If that's doing exactly what you love doing every second of the day, then that's rich to you. If that's being a family man, if that's being a wife, a husband, a father, a daughter, whatever it is, you were born to do something great. You get to choose it. That's the best part, because you were actually born rich.
Absolutely, and we have the potential inside of us, literally, to do anything we want, and you have to tap into that. And sometimes it takes having somebody like a coach. I mean, most people have a coach. All the people that are. Go ahead.
Yeah, everybody that's ever really been successful has had someone help guiding them. I mean, Bob himself has had more than a half a dozen mentors, and he'd tell you he would be in a very low place if he didn't have a mentor.
And if you don't know who he is, please Google it, because there's Earl Nightingale. There's a lot of them, from the way long ago. This is not something that's new. It's just refreshed for you to understand it in our times.
Yeah, it's absolutely. If you look at what Bob says and what everybody says, you look at Tony Robbins, you look at everybody, these words, they essentially come from the Bible. Essentially.
And you know what? Everybody has basically that same message, but it's repetition, and it's that one message that hits you, which is what happened to me, that you keep with it, and you keep on going and going. And by changing your paradigms, you're going to change your life. I'm going to keep those lines open here for the rest of the show for everybody to call in and get this book. The number here is 602-277-5369.